Yeah, right, a little bit of bollard hell here. Where pedestrians are supposed to go now is really a mystery. There's a crosswalk over there, there's a crosswalk over here, there's a crosswalk that crosses the Depew, there's a crosswalk that crosses the little alternate lane there. And the plain truth of the matter is the crosswalk ought to be right here. This is where people should be crossing the Depew from this corner. And it's the shortest distance, it makes sense, and what's going on is a total cock-up. There's just no two ways about it here. Let's take a run down into cone hell. By the way, those cones are worth 30, 40 bucks each, in case anybody wants one. What is going on at the church? Well, this area here is now unknown. I don't know if there's supposed to be people here. What's going on? And once again, we see one of the biggest problems here. That sidewalk is too narrow. If we'd spent $34,000 on a wider sidewalk, we'd actually have something here. And we don't know what the cost of labor was for essentially a full day of putting in and taking out crash bollards. But I don't know. Are pedestrians supposed to walk here? Are they supposed to walk over there? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's go down into the bottom. Are we supposed to be here? Oh, look at this. Now we get squeezed down here. Now what? Okay, now we did a turn lane.
They gave him back the turn lane.
Well, we didn't have a turn lane before. It was a single lane before, and it wasn't, that was even pre-Go Bike. Pre-Go Bike, I don't think there was a turn lane here, was there?
They got back to the original configuration, or pseudo-original.
All right, so that's what it looks like. We've still got some of the white posts over there. Apparently those are there as a threat, in case anybody wants one. There's one down in the road over here already. Two of the posts are down over there already on the northwestern corner. There are a few being stored over here for children to play with. Looks like a cone or two has been flattened and destroyed. Yeah, there's the white posts are down on just about every corner here. These are the only two that are still surviving. Something else that becomes obvious here. The city cannot keep these lanes clear. They can't keep them clean. There's no equipment that's going to get dirt and grime and leaves out of these lanes. So as the leaves pile up, they're going to pile up. All right, now we get out of this squeeze here.
They put in fresh asphalt to make up for the hazard of the gaps in the street, in the pavement for the sidewalk. This is all a
No, so we're going to have an asphalt sidewalk now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what this lane is about. This is a road diet, I guess. Now this is one of the famed Go Bike road diets. I'd have to say that this is now worse than it ever was. But at least here comes an electric car. So maybe that's more virtuous than the gas guzzlers. All right, that dog got across. So at least something made it through here alive. I detect no change, no difference in the speeds here. I'm sorry. These cars were going just as fast as long as the light was green. All right, we're going to climb the hill here on this unknown, unspecified pavement.
pedestrians who might be walking down the sidewalk, the way these couple are, who want to cross here to be able to use the slipway up above to avoid going down into the hole. So why
Which is the only safe way to go.
Right, so why isn't there a crosswalk up there?
Well, why wasn't there before?
No, there should be one now and in the future, in the past. But obviously they think they're supposed to all the way go down into this hole and then go across and then go back up out of the hole.
Well, you know, when I'm in my wheelchair, that's what I do. I want to go down into a hole and then come back up a hill rather than take the easy way across. And I want to point out one of the real notable features here is the famed dead biker painting on the street. This is no source of amazement for me. Somehow or other, we're very much concerned about the safety of bikers down in the hole. But once we get out of the intersection, we paint a dead biker on the road, and then we say, the hell with you. And the width of the lanes here is not bad for the bike lane, which is on the side of this road, which is also on the side of every road in New York State, I might add. But as soon as you get out of the intersection, the bikers can go to hell. We don't worry about their safety. There's a fascinating differential in shifting of gears and concern over the safety of bicyclists. And there's a matching dead biker over there. All right, so we're at the top of the intersection, crossing Parkside, and it seems to me that this is the natural place that someone would want to cross. All right, I've got an idea. Let's take a bike ride down Parkside. Let's head down to the park.
indicative. The traffic signal gives 40 seconds to Parkside and 20 seconds to the cross street.
All right, so that's the timing on it. All right, well, we're now on the bike path, which is on every road in New York State. And I'm not sure where we're supposed to be biking now, but let's take a run down to the park. All right, so do we have a dedicated bike lane here, or what's going on? I would like some explanation of this. All right, now.
I think they're converting this back to double lanes because I see they've bunched out.
I don't know.
And now they've repainted. They painted the side. They're going to make this back to 2 lanes. I'm pretty sure. Because that's fresh paint there.
Well, was it 2 lanes or what?
Yes, it was 2.
Well, I'm not sure whether it was marked for 2.
Well, I don't know, but they cleaned out what used to be there. And they wanted to be. And then they back in. See the burnt out, see the burnished out area? Because they stripped where the paint stripes used to be.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, they used a grinder to get rid of the
Yeah,
stripes.
they ground it out to get rid of it.
Wow.
So now they've added it back in. That's fresh paint. That's fresh paint down there.
Well, I'm not sure that this was denominated as 2 lanes
At
before.
one point it was. It had striping for it. You see up here.
Before Go Bike started dancing, I'm not sure.
How about up ahead here though?
I don't think, first off, the city does a terrible job in maintaining the striping.
But they refresh it.
What is the white stripe over here supposed to tell me?
That's the, I assume it's the curb zone. I mean, it's the,
But what is that, the shoulder there, the 2-foot strip?
yeah, something like
I mean, they're just getting crazier and crazier. Fortunately, here's somebody who won't have to worry about it anymore. They've got a funeral. All right, well, I'm going to stop. All right, continuing on our little journey here. Used to be Morning. Used to be a crosswalk once upon a time. I don't know what's going on here now. Another dead biker in the road here. Well, this now appears to be a 4-lane highway, and it wasn't before.
about to enter here. We're going from what might have been called pleasantly the Parkside experiment, which we now know as the Parkside disaster. By narrowing down to single lanes without dealing anything with the interior neighborhood, they ended up forcing this traffic that got frustrated here to go and cut through Parkside.
Yes, and then they had to put a bunch of no left turn signs and speed bumps to try to keep the traffic from going.
Speed bumps have been their salvation now, and now it's deemed a complete success. Now that they've got speed bumps deployed in every single interior street.
I want to go get a good view of the busted curbs.
So my view is that by extending this experiment disaster up north, they're going to pull the same shit on us. But we're going to end up capitulating to having speed humps on all of our interior blocks because the neighbors, not just Woodbridge and the people like DeLuca, will be screaming bloody murder once all this traffic gets diverted.
Yeah, onto the side streets.
Correct.
Rather than keeping it on the main arterials, which it was designed to be on in the first place.
That's right. That's my view.
Well, now we're getting to terrify land. Look at this, Larry. Do you feel comfortable biking here?
I'm perfectly happy, actually.
Well, I'm not. Wait till the traffic starts zooming.
Big median here. The cars can move into the median as well.
Yeah, but they don't. They buzz you.
People try to cut through on. Let's see this here.
Oakwood.
Oakwood. During rush hour, no morning left turn. They cut through there and drop down.
The street is in terrible condition here. There's missing covers on manholes. It's virtually impossible to bike here.
See this break in the road coming up here? This is where this road was changed to accommodate the Florence. See that change in the curve and this pavement? We moved it out a little bit more to the right here. Gain a little more around this out. And to lessen the curve here of the Florence, which was not the right thing to do. They should have kept it as crooked as possible. That helped slow down traffic. Unfortunately, they viewed that as what was causing the cars to fly around going north, fly off the curb, and go into these houses to our left. They ended up in a certain situations.
Well, I consider the section we just rode on and the section up ahead as being virtually unbikeable and terrifying.
Going northbound, you're going to get doors. You're risking doors that are parked cars. That's actually more dangerous going northbound, Peter, because
Now,
you've got no protection on the shoulder.
I want to examine the great Parkside success over here. Here are the booted remnants of the great Parkside success. This is what happens when you put sudden bump outs. And my guess is it wasn't a big truck that took this out. It was more than likely a snowplow. So we have destroyed curbing here because we can't maintain the famous Parkside experiment. This bump out, I think, cost $600,000. And I have no doubt that Go Bike cheered on every penny of it. If you need proof that this doesn't work, look what's happened with the curbing here. And this was never filled properly behind it. I mean, this is literally falling apart. What is this, 2-3 years old now?
About 5 years.
5 years maybe? I'm surprised that side isn't torn up. But, I mean, this was never put together properly in the first place. And it's nothing but a junk catchment now. I mean, look at the manholes and the piping and everything else. Also, I'd like you to note that when the city does things like this, they don't have the ability to clean. So that when you get leaves, garbage, pile up, soot, road dust, etc. So we're building non-maintainable areas that become convenient depositories for our Corona Extra bottles. So that's what this is about. It's a place for us to deposit Corona Extra bottles. And we're touting this as some sort of big success. You know, my guess is that a cop car parked over there with a radar gun for an hour or two a day would do a lot more to slow this down than any other road diet nonsense which our Go Bike city planners are into. There we have it, RIP the great Parkside experiment. Now I just realized that's a painted out lane there, but the paint marking on it is now so indistinct that no one can follow it and no one does.
Yeah.
Because once you start painting out roadway, you got to continue to paint it out.
too far right. That's gonna take it. I'll let you switch sides someday.
All right, now we're crossing the Skajakwada, which I certainly never would have put here.
We're quite lost when they come over to the Gaza Circle here. That's one of the problems with the Skajakwada going through here.
Yeah.
Is that just really fucked up everything. By the way, you see the car honking at the other car? He wouldn't make the left turn on the green light because there was an ambulance.
Yeah, he wouldn't make the turn into an ambulance.
Yeah, he's honking at it. You can already see that traffic signal from here. Everybody who makes this turn, they're looking at that signal saying, I gotta make that light.
Yeah.
That is one of the problems right here. The presence of that light is a bull flag, like waving a red flag in front of a bull. To make them meet that light, when they race through that light, then they fly off the road.
Parkside Depew is the same thing. And the only way you're going to eliminate that is roundabouts.
That's right.
Because you have to slow down.
That's right. I'd like to go through, let's go back up to the interiors. Let's see how their speed humps are working and what the vibe is in there in terms of cars.
All right, well, let's go down here a little bit.
Yeah, deal with the cars, the parked cars. Because it's really worse.
Well, this is a terrible place to bike. I mean, nobody in their right mind is going to bike here. All right, let's go in on the on Florence. I mean, this is terrifying here as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to bike here. All right, here's an important part of our city. We have to watch out for school bus crossing children and advertise for the mayor. So This is a dual purpose sign. It's a political ad as well as a alert for children. Very, very virtuous. Who wouldn't want to be alert for children? All right, now we're on Crescent. Let's go down Speed Hump Haven. Wonder what a speed hump looks like on a bike. Not bad at 9 miles an hour. Conditions that are not in the code.
Well, no,
I think that's something else we need to challenge. I really question whether you can do that.
A lot of angles that go through here. Get the system.
What?
The bookstore on the right.
I didn't know people had books anymore. Let's go to the coffee shop.
No, I gotta go home. I'm not going interior or anything. Sorry.
Why?
I got this cough.
So what?
No.
Well, you can sit out at the table.
I'm still.
You can sit outside. I'll buy you a cup of coffee later.
Which way are we going to?
I'm going to complete the trip, and then I'm going to point out that all these cars are doing illegal moves into the center lane. That is a turn lane, it's not a passing lane. They are moving into the center lane to pass us.
Oh yeah, they look.
Realistically, they should get behind us and wait for us and slow the traffic. That's what they should be doing.
I did if only one car went to do it.
That's the appropriate, every one of those people is breaking the law. Because we're forcing them to. Yeah.
So they're bringing back the second lane.
Well, I don't think there was a second lane, formally. It was never marked. Yeah, it's the side of the road. Side of the road, that's it. That's it, this is the bike lane. Look at this isn't passable. That's not passable. There must be a natural spring or something here because this is perpetually wet. And speaking of hazardous conditions, here is one under the bridge. And by the way, these hazardous conditions are under just about every bridge in Buffalo. The proper course of conduct for someone coming through here on a bike is to slide out here almost to the edge of the lane. There are lots of holes in the street here, and apparently this is now demarked as a right turn lane. And this is filthy. The city is incapable of keeping the road clean here where you're supposed to be riding your bike. And just in case you feel safe being under this bridge, look at the loose riprap. Look at what's going on here. There needs to be an engineering study. There's loose brick, rocks, etc. It can fall out of here on your head at any time. And it's perpetually wet. There are loose pieces of concrete all over the place here. It's not even safe to walk under here.